I would hope that out of everything that we do today, regardless, how much you learn on the basketball court, regardless how much you learn from Bart, myself, or any other coaches, I would hope that you guys would change that narrative. Because that's going to be the ultimate superpower that you guys can eventually have, is understanding that in anything in life, but especially basketball, if you want something, you got to ask yourself, what do I need to do to get that? And then you have to ask yourself, am I willing to make those sacrifices, put in the work that's required to actually make that jump? First thing that we're going to do, it's going to be super easy, it's going to seem like it's pointless, it's going to be one of the most important things we do all day. Pocket dribbles. Okay, so pocket dribbles. What that means is we're going to just get in a good established base, or try to get in a good base that you feel comfortable in, and that how wide you are, just make sure you're comfortable. And we're going to pocket dribbles where the ball comes back. Not our body turning, not going side to side like this, or pulling the ball forward backwards. Dribble back, dribble back, dribble back, dribble back, just like this. We're keeping our hand over the top of the ball so we're not carrying. For a lunge, ball foot. Notice my right foot stays down. Right foot stays down. Right foot stays down. So we're acting like we're driving right. Boom, ball and foot hit at the same time, and then we're coming right back. So right foot does not move this whole time. Left foot is a lunge. It's not this. I want you guys to stepping. It is a lunge like I'm driving. I'm keeping my shoulders forward, snap right over my knees, right over my heels. That's how we're going to do it. Okay, so big long lunges, ball and foot at the same time while staying on balance. Ready? And go. Imagine that you're guarding me, okay? And imagine like I'm facing that basket, that's the basket I'm attacking. If I went like this, how many of you guys would think that I'm driving towards that basket? Probably none of you guys. If I'm right here, I don't really want to drive, almost act like I'm going towards that elbow. Because I'm not going to be able to go straight, because that would be right into you. I want to attack the defender's hip. So when I'm here, I need lunge here. I'm going forward, I'm not going sideways. So let's go through maybe 30 more seconds, right hand where you're going at not a 45-degree angle, but like towards the rim, but at an angle. Okay, you ready? Right out of your feet. So you only can stop with your right foot or your left foot. Okay, none of you guys are going to get any, you guys are going to do that and then try to do a move. Okay, we can all go right foot or left foot. So we need to make sure we got both of those options. So now we're going to have our right foot forward, so we're going to put our right foot forward in a good balanced position. We're going to go ball on opposite foot. Then ball and same foot. That's all it is. So I'm right here and I'm going to go 1, 2. Notice that when I step, the ball hits at the same time as the step. So right dribble left foot, then right dribble right foot. Notice the ball is right outside my heel, right there. It's not way up in front, it's not behind, it's not inside, it's outside, right at the heel basically. So I'm here, ball and foot, again, right at the heel, ball and foot, right at the heel. Okay, so it's going to look like this. You're going to have it on like triple threat. You're going to go 1, 2, and then come back. To here, 1, 2, and then come back. So always stopping right hand, right foot. Ball and foot, ball and foot. We ready? All right, so this is what we got. First thing we're going to do is we're going to work on that last thing that we just did. Okay, let me have you come out and sit your basketball down. And here's what it is. One of my favorite drills we're going to work on, and we're going to do this with every basket. You're going to put right foot forward, left foot. You're going to use a 3-point line, so put the right foot forward, left foot back. So every single time the defense has to have 1 foot outside the 3-point line, 1 foot inside the 3-point line. You good on that? Now, offensively, I get one hand arm length away. So now I have an advantage, but again, I know when I'm going to take off, he doesn't. We're going to work on this. We're going to work on takeoffs. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to use that pocket dribble we worked on earlier, and eventually on a pocket dribble, I'm going to take off. We're going to be live one-to-one finishing. You can finish all the way at the basket on a row body. Defensively, I want you to have the ability, you guys can kind of hand check. So normally on defense, we're not allowed to hand check. Right now, I want it to be where the offense has to play through a little contact. Offensively, you can have up to 3 fakes. So I can go like this. I can go here, fake 1, here, fake 2. And if I do 3 fakes and I haven't gone yet and he doesn't jump, he gets a point. If I go like this, his foot's outside. Let's say you jump on the first one, like this, and he goes there, and his foot slides past the 3-point line, I get a point. Then if he's right here, I go his first one, and I go like this, if I make it, I get a point. If I miss it, he gets a point. Pretty simple, right? Now, when we're doing this, defensively, I want you to have your hands out, not in. Okay, so right now his hands are out, I'm 1 arm length away, and I'm right here. Okay? You and I are I'm going to show you a couple of things that are good and a couple of things that are bad, and then we're going to break you a basket and let you guys go. We're live 100%. Ready? Good. That's 1 point for me. Now, the good thing is, I know it's going to work, it always does, is the reason is he's not used to people playing with pace. Most of you guys are used to this. Notice I went here, and then I breathe. Boom, now I'm going. You see how easy it is for me to blow by? Because he doesn't know what I'm taking off. So, number one is play with pace. Don't over dribble. All I need is a dribble and a body fake, or a dribble and an explosion. That's number one. Play with pace. Number two, lead foot stays down. Most of you guys don't realize this, but when you take off, you do this. And now when I do this, now I'm pulling my body because it gives a chance to recover. So when I'm here, notice when I take off, I keep this foot down so I can load and explode by it. So number one, play with pace. Number two, lead foot stays down. Number three, sell the drive or sell the fake. When I'm here, this does nothing. It's this, my whole body, just throwing my arms, throwing my shoulders, throwing my hips. That's what's going to get it done. Because if I do this, we're live. That's not going to do as much as if I go out here and really like, boom, set. Okay? So let me get you out here. You guys are live real quick. So one foot, you guys are 100% live, one hand right away, we're ready. Good, that's one. So right up, so good. We're not doing any crossing. You're only allowed to be in a straight line, and you got to wait. That's it. Yep, when you take off, you're taking off right. Good. Take off. Good. Now, let me show you one of the things I like to show the mistakes before we get to them. Where did you drive? That way. And where should you drive? That way. So when you take off, one of the reasons why I'm giving you this arm length away is so that you can get into their hip. I always use the terminology like clip hips. You should clip their hip on your way by. So when I go, I'm not going this way where there's space. I want to get to the defender before the defender gets to me. When I'm here, I'm trying to go right there. Because now, he's going to have to be in a position where he's backing up, otherwise the game will fall out. So do it one more time here on offense. When you take off, clip hips. You get to the defender before the defender gets to you. Yep. Good. Go. Do it again. One more time. Notice how you still have space. A lot of times what I'll do is with my pro guys, I just literally fill them back here, and there should be no space. There should be no gap. When you take off, I just want you to throw your arm, this arm, and try to put it almost in his pocket. Get that far out. That's where you should feel like you're getting that far. Okay? No, stop. When you do that, you have to restart. If you jump, you have to restart, otherwise you're cheating the drill. Yeah, you got to stay behind the line. You're jumping like crazy. Stay down. Good, take off. Good, way back. And stop. Easy enough to do. Now, we've got 6 baskets, so what I want to try here, okay? So this one, all we're going to do is we're going to work on opening up our hips. It's going to look really easy, and there's going to be one thing that makes it pretty hard. A lot of you guys are going to do this, and you're going to be able to flip right foot forward, left foot forward, and then you're going to go like this and flip left foot forward, right foot forward. But I'm guessing that a lot of you guys are going to do this. If I stopped you, I could easily push you, and you'd be way off balance. So what we want to do is we want to maintain a good angle, whereas when I'm here, notice my hips are actually opened up. And then when I flip here, my hips are opened up. So my feet are not in a squared up position where I'm off balance. I open that back foot so that I'm here. So I want everybody just to basically put their left foot forward, right foot back, left foot forward, left foot forward, left foot forward, and then have that right foot just turn a little bit. So now you can feel how you can move your hips like this. Instead of if you're here, you can feel that you only can go forward and back, but you can't go back. Here, I can go forward, I can go side, I can move anywhere I want. You got a big range of motion. Here, you can't do much else. Okay? So open. Now when you're here, I want you to slide and then open up this way. Okay? Right there. Go ahead, slide. Go ahead, slide. Stop. Get the balls in your right hand, right foot forward, left foot open. If we slide, then we've got left foot forward, right foot open. Does that make sense? So stop real quick where you're at. I want everybody to be squared up. And what I want us to do is I want us to have ball in our right hands. And I want everybody to slide to the left when I say go. We're all going to slide and freeze right here. You ready? And be wider or you need to be more open. And you should be able to do this right there. Now, I want everybody to slide from our left hand, everybody has one left hand, slide to the right, and then I want you to freeze, go, good, and stop, real quick. So there are a lot of players who don't get scholarships because they don't play defense. Okay, I would have been one of them except for my high school coach held me accountable. I was really good at offense and had 3 little Division I scholarships. I started playing defense and I had a bunch of scholarships. Okay, so let's work on defense too. And remember, I said defense will be real loud to foul. We're trying to make the offensive player better. So when you go, jam them. Jam them. If I'm right here, he's on offense, and you guys are left hand, left hand forward, one thing I want you to do as partners is help them out. One of the things we talked about was like open hits. She's done. Hey, open hits. All right, now you and I are going. Okay, you ready? You just start by dribbling. Start by dribbling. You take off wherever you want. This is what I want for defense. Boom, he's out. He's going to shoot it. Work on those little arm bars. Push him out. Then eventually what's going to happen after this, do it again. This time I want you to basically get to me before I get to you. So when you're dribbling, when you take off, remember I talked about this hand in this pocket. I want you to try to like hit me as hard as you can with my hip. I promise you I can take it. Okay, so dribbling, dribbling. Take off. Boom. That's it. Alright, so some of you guys are starting to do pretty well. You guys see how many different little nuances, little details there are to make it really good. The one that I really want to work on right now is going to be your weak hand, your off hands, your non-dribbling hands, being able to sell the fake or use it to improve your drive. So, saying that, let's have you come up here because you got a ball, you're guarding me, put it right here. If I just put my hand in my pocket, you ready? Okay, we're live, 100%. If I like this, and I just went like this, he's not going to go. Whereas if I just take this hand, we're live when I go at one point, I'm here. Do you see how that changed everything? It's just this hand turning my shoulder so that I can really sell when I'm getting downhill. When I do get downhill, look at how I use this hand. So I'm going to go on first one just so you can know. I'm here, boom, that hand goes out. He can't get to me because my hand is out. Okay, you guys saw in recent years, like a lot of NBA players, they actually do this, and they take off, they put their hand out, and you try to reach, then you just wrap up and get the foul. But if the hand's back here, I can't wrap up. So if you guys end up shooting a lot of these where you guys drive, and you go like this, and they're bumping you, and you end up shooting one-handed, is because you don't get that shoulder turn. So now, the big 2 things that we're going to focus on, only 2 things, we're going to do the exact same drill, but I want to improve it, is if I'm right here with my right foot forward, left arm and left shoulder are going to turn. That's it. So when I'm like this, turn, here, drive, turn. Just like that. That's it. Left shoulder, left hand, every single time. So I'm here, boom, here, boom. Now I take off like that. It's going to help you guys so much with hands forward and shoulders low. Okay? So we're going to do it like you guys. Think about how many of you guys don't play as much as you guys would like, or don't start because for whatever reason, or at the end of the game, your coach subs you out, and you're over there frustrated, thinking about the car ride home, you're complaining to your mom and dad, you're complaining to whoever takes care of you, and coach is tripping. What if, like, maybe coach isn't tripping, maybe you're tripping? Maybe you can't do the drills right, so if you can't do the drills right, how are you going to get the plays right in the game when the game's on the line? You know what I mean? What happens if coach is saying the same thing over and over again, and you're not doing the same thing that he's telling you over and over again? Eventually your coach will be like, I can't trust that player. Somebody's like, on our side, we need to do the kind of like an extended way. We also need to give them fear, which is important. This is going to be easier to finish, but it's going to be a little harder to do, but if you do it, it's going to be great. So, exact same footwork. If you can fake and get to the fake, and if you go the second one, this time, all you have to remember is ball and foot, down, and then in. Ball and foot, same exact thing we did earlier today, and then down and in. So here, fake, here, ball and foot, down, in. That's it. So it looks like a Euro step, but it's going to be when our defender's on our side, and so say we're like even or slightly in front of our defender, then what we can do is just cut them off. So let's say you're guarding me right here, just in an imaginary game scenario, and I'm driving, and you keep running with me. I don't always want to have to shoot this tough shot. We just saw we missed a lot of them. So maybe sometimes what we're going to do is we're going to cut them off. So he's on my side again. I go ball and foot, I go here. Ooh, I cut in front of him. Now it's a lot easier shot. Still keep the ball up, but remember it's ball and foot, down, in. Ball and foot, down step, which is right on the sling line, and then an instep, which is right towards the basket. You think we got that? And what you guys realize is that if you can improve your angles, you're going to improve your finishing, and then eventually we have to improve our touch. But it's really about finishing angle and touch. Those are the two main things that you need with finishing. So far we've worked on our driving angle, which is going to help us finish better. We've worked on keeping the ball protected, which can help us finish it better. But it's really about veering and stuff like that. So, you guys all back up real quick. This next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add a second dribble. That's all we're doing. Now the second dribble is going to be a slide dribble. Why? Because we're going to slide in our defender when we do this. Okay? So, let me have you come up here real quick. You guard me. He's on my side, just like we did earlier. This is coming like full circle. So now instead of going like this in a game, we're not going to have this angle all the time. You know, in a drill, it's great. It's a stepping stone to where we want to get to, but we're not always on the same angle. So don't give me as much of an angle. Yep, angle more straight up. We're good. We're going to eventually learn how to get outside the hips later on, so don't worry, we're going to create that angle a lot. When we go here this time, let's say we can't just blow by him. That happens live in the game, but we can't just, slow by and have a wide open lane. So this time we're going to take, again, a long dribble trying to beat them, and a quick dribble trying to bump them in here instant. All you guys remember in this is long dribble, quick dribble. That's it. It's pretty easy. Long dribble, quick dribble. I'm going to walk through it once. So I'm here. I'd be thinking. I would take off, long dribble, trying to beat them, and quick, and get right into it. Long dribble, quick dribble. Long dribble, quick dribble. Now with no defense, real quick so you can see this, watch what it looks like. I'm here. Long dribble, quick dribble. Now the thing that a lot of you guys are going to struggle with is the quick dribble, so we're going to break it down so you guys understand it. The long dribble, I think you understand now. If I'm going right, my right foot stays down. So long dribble is just take off, boom. The quick dribble is basically my left foot's forward. I'm just going to go 1, 2, just like that. Okay? So all I want everyone to do is, whenever I'm not dribbling, though, everybody put the right foot forward, left foot back. Now what I want you to do, no dribbling, is I want you to keep your right foot down. I want you to take a left foot forward. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go right and left as quick as we can. So when I say go, we're going to go like this. Ready? Go. You guys feel how quick you can get into your defender. So now let's do it again. One more time, slow motion. Okay? So we're all right here. Everybody's got the ball, right foot forward, left foot back. Remember, we should be slightly open, so we're in a good, balanced position. I want everyone to take the left step. And remember, we're going to go right, left as quick as we can and slide to the left. Ready? Go. Good. Now what I want you to do is we're going to do just the first dribble, not the second dribble. We're going to go like this. And we're going to go first dribble. And then, we're going to stop. We're going to go 1, 2. Just like that with no second dribble. Hold the ball so I hear one bounce when I say go, and that's it. Ready? So it's going to go like this. When I say go, it's going to be bounce, 1, 2. We ready? Everybody should be low, everybody should be down, everybody should be ready to go. Spread out just a little bit so you got a little space, we'll run into each other. Ready, and go. Good. And that probably feels like I finished you guys have done before. I just try finishing. Ready, and go. Good. Now do this again real quick. Some of you guys are doing this. This is what happens in the game. Watch this. Some of you guys are going dribble, and then you're trying to hop again. And do this. You're going to be on balance. That's why it has to be left, right, left. Because now I'm always inside my frame. You never want to get outside your frame where you're out of balance. Okay? So again, in a game, if you've got the ball and you're in a driving position, what's the first thing you're trying to do? Yeah, get to the goal, get to the rim. So when you're doing a mid-range move, which this is a mid-range move, you still have to try the first thing, which is get downhill. I see some of you guys now, let's step basketball real quick. Some of you guys now are doing this. What's the first option? Get downhill. So I'm here, I'm trying to take off. I'm trying to beat you. Oh, boom, now I can stop. So it is a full speed attack. They cut you off, so that's how you stop. It's a reaction, it's not a decision that you make beforehand. Alright, so now you guys got it. The big thing is, I think that some of you guys, when you guys are practicing, you're going to have a bigger imagination. That's the thing that when people ask me, what's the biggest difference between high school workouts and NBA workouts? I always say it's purpose. The amount of purpose they have, the amount of intensity is just completely different. The amount of like imagination is completely different. Like there will be times where like you'll see like NBA players. Can I step forward quick? There will be times where NBA players will be doing a finishing drill and they'll go like this and it's 1-on-0 by myself. Watch this. And they'll drive and they'll shoot and you're like, people are like, "Are okay?" And they trip. And I'm like, no, they're acting like they got hit by a defender because they're actually going to get hit by a defender in the game. You know, your varsity said you guys see this one as well.
That's big to guard me. So like Drew said, listen, we got to have an option if they cut us off, okay? So let's walk through it. So we're hitting ball and foot. We hit it again and we're here. Boom, she cuts me off. All right, so now we got to have an option, okay? I see her chest, it's time to change. All right, so we're going to flip our hips between the legs, and then we're going to create separation. One dribble pull. Okay? Ball and foot. Ready? Dribble, boom. Ball and foot again. Hold. Go back. Hold. I want you to stay where you are until I tell you to go. Ball and foot. Dribble. Right foot. Ball and foot. Now, we're going to flip our hips between our legs. Boom. Alright. Now, is everybody's left foot in front? Okay. Next dribbles with one hand. Okay. Alright. Ball is outside your hips when you dribble. It's one dribble. Pick it up and shoot. Alright. Boom. One. Alright. So listen, we're doing it all the way through. Alright. I'm going to stop you one more time. Then we're going to go full speed. Alright. We ready? Back. Ball and foot. Go. Ball and foot. Flip. One dribble. Hey, real quick. One thing I was going to say is, because I know some of you guys are going to mess this up, especially younger. You go where your hips go. One of the things they've always shown you guys is flip your hips. So once you stop right here, and you just do this and flip, you're going to have to turn and then go, so you slow. So when I do this, notice my hips turn and open to where I want to go. So when you guys stop, flip, turn, and then I'll help you out a lot. Okay, so when you flip, turn your hips as well. Alright, rotate faster. Rotate faster. Alright, so next one we got, you guys back up real quick. It's another change of direction. Move, you can either go between the legs or you can go behind the back. I don't really care, but I do care about the footwork because that's what matters. Okay? First thing you're going to do is you're acting like you're taking off. So I'm going to act like I'm taking off. Same thing, ball and foot hit at the exact same time. We are lunging, we are exploding, we are trying to get past our defender. If our defender cuts us off, slides, they get a good read, they jump, and they cut us off when we can't get to that second dribble, we don't want to run into them and get a charge. What we want to do is decelerate and then use a cross step to change directions. So if I'm right here, I try to take off on one foot, but now right there, they slide and cut me off. I don't want to take another dribble and go that same foot stop and run into them where I'm off balance. You'll see a lot of players do that, that's when they turn the ball over. What do we want to do? We want to just stop on that lunge. So first thing we're doing is lunge and dribble at the same time. So first thing, lunge. Boom. Second thing we're going to do is we're going to take an outside step. Right here. Third thing we're going to do is change directions. So it's basically lunge, outside step, change directions. Lunge, outside step, change directions. Now this is what a lot of you guys are going to want to do. Watch my left foot. A lot of you guys are going to want to do this with my left foot. You're going to go here and slide and move your left foot. Your left foot does not move. So watch my left foot. Left foot stays down the whole time. Okay, so watch my left foot. I'm going to put it on the line right here so you guys can see it. I go here, boom, turns, but it doesn't move. Okay? Now if I watch this medium speed, you can see right here, you're going to lunge, boom, stop, and then start and do a jump shot. You can also go behind the back, that's totally fine. So I can go here, boom, change direction behind the back. And then when you get quick with it, watch how fast I can go. If I'm tight with my handles, I can quick. And then you can get downhill. So that's when you see like guys like Kyrie and those guys, it looks really quick, but really it's because of my foot positioning. All I'm doing is I'm lunging, and now I can take off, whereas most people, they slide that foot, and you just can't do it fast. Going like this, there's no way to be fast with that.
So first is lunge. Second one is outside step. Third is change direction. The reason we do the outside step is it allows us to get on balance. I see a lot of people do this. Now they have no balance. They can't go anywhere. If I'm right here, now I can go everywhere. I can shoot, I can veer to a shot, or I can veer down there. So, lunge, outside step, change direction. When we lunge, does that foot move? No, that's it. So lunge, boom, change direction, then you can shoot a jump shot, or you can work on floaters. Okay, jump shot or floaters, not prayers. Floaters, like right on the rim. Prayers are like when you throw the ball up like that and pray, please go in. That's not what we're doing. Okay, good. I'm going to take a big step back too. Alright, so Ted, you come out here and set the ball down. Okay, and I want you to have your heels on the line like this. Okay? I want you guys back up real quick. Alright, so here's the game slash drill that we're going to do. We're going to make it in a kind of a drill format, game format, just so it's a little more fun. You're on defense, get down, get in the active defensive stance. Your heels have to stay glued on that line. Offensively, what you're going to do is you're going to work on slide here, slide here. You're not allowed to get outside of the frame. So like I'm not allowed to go like this and slide over here, that's cheating. You guys would automatically get it well. So if I'm here, I can get halfway outside the frame, but my right foot, if I'm sliding left, has to stay inside his. If I slide this way, then obviously this foot, the left foot, has to stay inside the frame. Okay? All we're doing is we're working on just like kind of going back and forth, and eventually I'm going to take off. When I take off, if you're at the top of the key, you'd have to stay inside the elbows. If you're on the wing, just know you have to kind of, you almost basically have a yard each way. 3 feet each way to win. Okay? You can't go until I go. So just like we did earlier with the defense kind of reacting, defense is glued until the offense is getting ready to take off. So the offense takes off, the defense is live, the defense also can check and kind of foul so we make it harder on the offense. So if I'm right here, if I do this, and just flip, the problem is now when I go, I'm right into it. So remember, open, right here. This is the position we're trying to be in. Halfway, outside the defender's frame, and go. If you guys can master this, you really don't need any one-on-one moves. You just need to be able to get outside the frame and then make a read. So we're live. You ready? Okay. Come on, go. You know what I was going to just play the drill so you can sit there and not be stupid. Okay, here we go again. Can't move until I go. You guys see how easy it is? How hard is that as a defender? Because there's pace and there's angles. Pace is I'm slow to fast, or I'm slow to fast. That's what it is. Change speeds. And then change angles. Try it again. You ready? You guys see how much I can move? What have I done? I've combined this, which we worked on earlier, and this, which we worked on earlier. Now you get to be on offense. Let's have you be on defense, if you're well down. Yep. Put your feet right there. Heels on the line. Same thing. All I want you to do is start out very quick without the first time. I just want you to float like this. And just let me see you float continuously. Good. And now add shoulder face. Yep. Good. Good. Now don't take that intermediate dribble. You see how you have to take that intermediate dribble? So when you're here, you should be able to. And eventually take off your live. Okay, here we go. Stop. You guys see how once you got outside the frame, you could have won on the first one. What you want to do is, instead of making moves, you want to make reads. So for me, the first time I saw him on his heels, and he wasn't reacting, so I went. So I go like this, we're live. And I go here, now I can go. You know, as I'm waiting on it, he didn't move, I'm gone. And you see him start to move, that's when you fake it. Okay? Start making reads. Reads are way better than moves. Here we go. Stop. Take your going. If yes, then go. If no, then fake it. Okay? Perfect. Well, and this is what is funny because you guys have probably heard at some point in your career, just keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Do less. Don't over dribble. You guys have heard all those things, but yet you don't know what it means, is what it is. You're up against it. So now, listen, if you're in a game, and you do a straight line drive, what do you think's going to happen? You're going to have to be down and really overreacting. So now, maybe you still take off, or maybe you fake and he overreacts, and then you get in a hesitant pull up for crossovers. Same thing. Yep, now listen. He was back on his heels, he would have faked, he would have went. But you got to fake, so it's either fake or a drive. Good, yep. And you can tell, defensively, it's way harder than if I just had you check up and you started doing all this, he'd be fine, because then you can make a mistake. But getting outside the frame, and then making a read. Okay? Do it one more time so you can see it. Perfect. Now, probably one of the hardest things you've had to guard, and it was the easiest thing that you've probably ever done. You know what I mean? Get outside the frame and make a read. You understand that? Here are the mess ups that I'm going to see. You're right here. First mess up is you're going to go like this, and watch this fake. Let me take this real quick. You're going to fake like this.
You're in between.
That's what I'm doing this. Where should I be faking? Where I would be going. I would be going right there, so that's where my fake is, right there. Okay? Don't do this. Stop and get here. Remember we talked about open stance, where we can really fake. If you guys can just master here, boom, I'm going, it's going to help you so much. Alright, so what I want to do is, I want to finish it up with just being able to read again, because I think a big part of playing basketball is just making the right decisions. So what we're going to do is, can I be up here too? Yeah. So you guys may have seen this drill. I've done it a million times. I've done it with, I put it all over social media. I think it's one of the best drills. You're on defense real quick, and basically hands on your hips. My favorite drill to work on read. You're turning around on defense. Hands on your hips. Keep right there. Okay, keep on your hips all the way, like full hand on your hip. Get perfect. What you're doing is you're floating outside. So I'm floating, and eventually you're going to shoot. Okay? What you're trying to do is you're basically trying to get the defender to relax and then you're going to shoot. If you just do this and float and take a step like this and do that, the defender is going to block your shot every single time. Okay? So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to almost float, let go hang, and then let go hang, and then eventually shoot where the defender goes, oh! That's what you want. So if you go like this and just make it work, I mean, they're going to block it real quick, okay? Your hands are on your hips for a reason. If you go like this, and let's say you have your hands on your hips, and let's say you're going to act like you're going to take them off from your block, slide like this and your hands go up, then you would just fake it and hesitate and drop it. That way you don't get the shot off. Okay, so you're really working on quick shots, late pickups, and reading the defender if it's a hezzy or not. Okay, so you're on defense, we're live. So if I'm like this, and I'm floating, boom, just like this. And eventually, I'm just like this and shoot. That's all it is. So now, when you on offense, I want, let's say I do on defense. Yep, so put your body behind his line, behind the line. Hands on hips, and just slowly float and shoot when you're ready. Perfect. Good job. Do it again. Try to run offense one more time. Now do the same thing. Now this time I want you to do this. So I'm going to offense, you're on defense. We're ready. It's me versus you. I'm here. Got it. So basically you want to get your hands together, and then shoot. Okay, so you put your